You are
stuck in this house.
Welcome, your host, Jennie McNulty.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Your House. Hi, I'm Jennie McNulty. This is the InHouse Comedy Chat. More than a talk show, we are energizing your mind, body, and spirit. And today, your spirit is going to soar international style. My guest today is comedian Carla Collins, who's coming to us all the way from just outside of Toronto. Can't wait to catch up with her again. You guys are going to love her. And don't forget to stay after the chat with Carla, because we're going to take a walk on the beach. That's right, we are going to leave the confines of Cher's lovely guest room here. She's been so kind to let us go, and I think she may actually walk with us today. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But we will take a walk on the beach, that's right. And you know why we're gonna walk on the beach? Because we always do, but also because it's National Walking Day. What it is! We'll talk all about that, so stick around for that. But first, my thoughts? Well, you guys, I got my first shot yesterday. Yes, because I am over 50, and we won't say how far over, but I got my first shot. I am a modern woman. Get it? Modern? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, it was pretty good. Didn't hurt too bad. There was a side effect, though, that they never tell you about, and that is I got a flat tire. I'm pretty sure it was because of that, or maybe it was pulling out of the parking lot and smashing into whatever it is I smashed into. I don't know. It hit the back tire, flat. At any rate, what they do, I got it at Dodger Stadium. It was pretty cool. But the woman giving me the shot, she picks it out of her little cooler and goes, "Oh, well, I've never seen this before. It's not what I want to hear. Thank you very much." And she goes, No, it's just the cap on this one. They send us all kinds of different kinds. And then she jabs me and goes, "Oh, I was right." Phew, I guess. That was a little scary. But as I mentioned, I got it at Dodger Stadium. And you guys, they must have had 5,000 cones at Dodger Stadium. Check it out. I took a picture from my car. There it is. You can see Dodger Stadium in the background. And those cones zigzagged all the way through the parking lot. So had there been a big long line, it took me literally about 5 minutes to drive through all of those cones and get up to the part. So you drive through, you wind through all these things just like an amusement park, and then you pull up to this other thing where you all get in a line, and then they literally just walk by and jab each car. Then you wait for about 15 minutes, and away you go. It's just like an amusement park, really. You snake through the long lines, then you have a short ride, and then you're nauseous. Actually, I didn't really get nauseated, but you get it. I got a flat tire, which is worse. At any rate, so I voted at Rams Stadium. I got vaccinated at Dodger Stadium. I'm almost scared to go see a Laker game now. I don't even know what's going to happen. Or I should have said Kings game. What was I thinking? I should have gone with the hockey reference. My God, my guest today, Carla Collins, is from Canada. A hilarious woman. I met her when I did a show with Maggie Casella. She's very, very funny, super cool. She is not only an amazing comedian, an award-winning comedian, in fact, she's also a host and an author and really into yoga and fitness, and has this amazing program called Comedy Meditation. So here is a quick clip, and then we get to meet Carla. Check it out.
Nash doesn't play for the Phoenix Suns anymore. I was just like snapped, right? Like something in me just snapped. I mean, I know I'm supposed to be the guru here, but I just, no. And so I walked up and I said, "Listen to me, you little shit. I know Stephen Nash doesn't play for the Phoenix Suns anymore, because guess what? I'm Canadian too, and I banged him back in the late 90s. How do you think? It's how he got injured. Boom goes the dynamite." So we're just gonna take a little time right now and relax your body. So while you're letting go and sinking deeper, I want you to picture a beautiful, warm, lavender universal light, maybe coming from the heavens. Each day is like a new life for us, a new beginning. A do-over. As Maya Angelou says, we all admire the beauty of the butterfly, but don't admit to the change it went through to attain that beauty. So now you'll be your butterfly self, floating through whatever life brings us next.
Gentlemen, Carla Collins. Hey, Carla, how are you?
Hi, Jennie. I'm great. Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. This is such a cool concept. Oh my goodness, look at you. Introduce your pets there to us all.
I need you to know this is my intuitive Chihuahua, Dr. Zira. She is the 10-pound Chihuahua holding my entire life together. And I just feel in case there's any ruckuses, I'm also surrounded by mad pussy. I have 3 kittens. This is Oreo.
Oh my.
And baby chicks. I'm basically like a reluctant Disney cougar princess at this point in my room. Like, I just think they're going to start dressing me. Want to be up
so
front,
awesome. What a great concept, the comedy meditation. Because I got it when you sent it to me. I'm like, how do you go from that? How is the switch? Like, it seems like to get people up and high and then calm would be difficult. But I read what you said about the endorphins and everything. So tell us a little bit about how that switch happens.
Well, it's not as weird a marriage as you might think, because I don't know about you, but I'm always shaking like a Chihuahua on meth after a couple of 5-hour energy drinks. I'm very A-type. I'm very hyper. I'm not a cool person. I don't know if you've known. I'm never cool. And so even though I've meditated for a long time and I really believe in all the benefits, as I'm sure you're aware, I found it difficult. I mostly did moving meditations like with yoga or what surfers feel. So I came up with the idea that I found when I did a bunch of comedy and people are laughing, as you say, releasing endorphins. Mostly though, Jennie, they're just getting out of their own head, or they're feeling better about their lives because they've just heard about mine. It's so that they take their mind off the minutia, and they do, exert a bit of energy, because oddly enough, your brain wave is in the same state in laughter as it is meditation. They're both in the gamma wave. Huh. So people slid into a much deeper relaxation, a lot faster. And I've got, I only have 3 skills. I can write, I do a little bit of comedy, and I have a phone sex operator adjacent voice. So I try to put them all together.
You do a lot of things, though. You're quite diversified. Before we leave comedy meditation, so have you been able to do these during the pandemic, like with small crowds, or do you do them online, or how are you getting the comedy meditation out there?
Well, a couple ways. One, I know you showed a clip, and that was us. We did a live streaming out of someone's home. Before, around December, the northern parts north of Toronto were still open, where we could have a few people in a venue. But mostly I've been doing them just online, which we all know that each Zoom show shaves 6 months off of every comedian's life. And that's not ideal. But oddly enough, Jennie, the comedic meditation works almost better delivered online, especially the meditation part, because no one feels judged. They can be pantless or drool, not worry if they fart. They don't have to drive home. So that part works extremely well. And I write my own meditations because I found the ones online, there's just an annoying British guy who I kind of want to punch in the throat. And then there's literally a woman who sounds kind of porny, and swear to God, she was doing a legit meditation and then said, now breathe through your vagina, which made me laugh. And I'm like, oh my God, do I need to get my vagina an N95 mask? Because where will I find one so tiny? But so that's why this all came about.
It's so cool. It's so cool. So make sure you check it out, carlacollins.com. So tell us about, I say plant-based though, because people roll their eyes at vegan, and you attack it from the same direction with your show called The Doucheless Vegan. So tell us about The Doucheless Vegan.
Well, my pandemic's been pretty adventuresome, Jennie, because I ended up here. I'm based in LA, But for the last 6 months, I've been here in Canada, living with my best friend, whom I refer to as my gay fiance. It's the best relationship either one of us has had. I'm like his 1950s beard. I make him a drink every night. We sleep in separate beds. It's going well. And he's been a lifelong vegan. And as you can tell, because of the zoo that is surrounding me and jumping up and down on me, I love animals. And so when I was here, I thought this is a great opportunity. So I became vegan. I became a cat person. Maybe more shocking than anything, I watched Firefly Lane and became a Katherine Heigl fan. I don't know what's next, but be careful, ladies. I'm coming after you next, because I seem to be making a lot of switches. Anyway, Michael is his name, and he's an amazing cook, and he knows all the life hacks, like the really good faux cheese. And I said, so we're writing a book, and we started this podcast because I was like, let's show people how to be vegans without being total dicks. Like, for example, when you're at a funeral and someone says, oh my God, my mom just died. You don't have to answer, I'm a vegan. Because the vegan wears sandwich for it.
Exactly. But we get accused of that. And some of us do, I'm not going to lie. But a lot of times we bring it out because we get badgered into it. It's like, would you like some? And I simply say, no, thank you. I don't want any. And they're like, why? And well, I don't eat meat. Oh, and then so it's like, if you hadn't interrogated me, you would never have known.
Exactly. So I just thought it would be a lighthearted approach. And also it's for vegans, un-vegans, bi vegans, the veg curious. Like, it's for everyone, because some people, I also thought there should be a show, like, I don't want to be militant about it. Like, maybe people are just trying meatless Mondays, or they want to have, vegan weekends. Because maybe I'll be an intermittent vegan. Who knows right now? And also because I just saw the benefits. So I thought, as a newbie, I might have some fresh eyes or a fresh perspective, along with Michael, who's been at it for a long time.
What were the changes you noticed? You said from a fresh perspective. Did you notice any changes?
Well, first of all, I broke out like a schoolgirl again, which was my jam, and I was like, "Where's my glowy skin like Giselle Bundchen?" What the hell? But once that cleared up, 2 months, I really have noticed that I feel like, I don't know, everything from hormonally to I work out every day. I feel great on it. I feel like I'm eating clean. My body feels good, and I'm also just it's cruelty free, so I kind of dig that. And I feel like the animals know. See, that's why they're all around me. Like, we dug you before because you're a peach and you're a hoot sometimes, but now that you're not killing us. It just works for me, and I know everybody's body chemistry is different, and I'm very lazy, and I thought maybe we could show people how to do it through, as I said, a series of hacks, and save people the trouble, because Michael's gone through the stuff that tastes like sawdust, and mostly it's just he and I gossiping and talking everything from Akashic records to comedic meditation to whatever we feel like. So it's really just, I feel like we're the modern day Merv Griffin and Ava Gabor, right down to being on a farm.
Right, yeah. You wrote a book, Angels, Vampires, and Douchebags. What was that about?
Yes, I really thought Julia Roberts would star in that movie. It was like, I don't know, touted as the world's first comedic self-help. I think always, Jennie, like with the comedic meditation, and comedicmeditation.com is the best place to go for that. Or I've always, I think, tried to combine my two loves of comedy and spirituality, but I also love making fun of spirituality, because anything I love, I like to make fun of. And, living in LA, everyone's a guru. I don't even understand what the hell people are saying half the time. I'm holding space for you. I'm like, I don't know what that is. Is that thigh gap? Are you saving me a seat at the movies? Do you have Neil deGrasse Tyson and chokehold? I don't know what you mean. Like, I honestly have a yoga teacher called Willow, not her real name, and she speaks like with one of those mid-Atlantic accents, like, all right, let's take care of the spirit and make sure to eat a carrot for your experience. And I'm like, bitch, you're from Michigan. So I just want to take, you know, with the book and everything else, I'm just trying to take the preciousness out of it, even though it's something I very much believe in. And it's just that you divide the world, people, places, things into three categories: angels, vampires, and douchebags. Cut to the money shot. We're all a combination of all three.
That's true. That is true. You are, you know, both of us have kind of branched off and done other things. You are also, in addition to a great comedian, you're also a good host. We've got a clip of you. You did a series of shows, Carla Collins Rocks the Elmo, where you were hosting shows. And I found one, there's several of them on there, but one that I really liked, and I want to ask you a question about it later. It's the drag queen episode. So here's a quick clip from Carla Rocks the Elmo.
Collins Rocks the Elmo, but do you know me by these names? My Hebrew drag queen name, Yum Yum Kippur, when I perform at the Kabbalah Center. Or my millennial drag queen name, Ariel Grande. What about my political drag queen name, Gerrymandering? And of course my various pandemic drag queen names, Miley Virus, Antibody, and Anita Mask.
But if you cross your legs at me one more time, I'm just going to have to tell you.
It's very basic.
Calm down, Sharon Stone.
It's basic bitch instinct. Coming soon.
No, just the echo comes and goes. I just need to say it out loud.
Bullshit. It doesn't get any tighter. And that's how I'm ending the show.
So funny. So funny. Okay, 2 questions. First of all, have you ever done male drag?
No, but I'm going to for the cover of The Doucheless Vegan.
Are you really? How fun.
We just went full circle jerk. It's beautiful. Fiance's going to be dressed. Well, we're both like going to do a little half and half. He'll be in a dress and wig, and I'm going to be in drag. But of course, pencil thin and high heels, you know, like pencil thin flats and high heels. Because we just want to both be, you know, I'm a born again Wiccan, Jennie, so I'm gender druid. So I like to just make it all happen and include everyone. But I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about that photo shoot.
Do you have a drag name picked out?
A drag king name?
Right.
I have a. Well, I was my latest, and I was listening to your fabulous monologue. I'm now AstraZeneca.
I love it.
and you're something called Moderna.
There you go. There you go. So now what I wanted to get to about the hosting was comics, it seems, and I suppose it may be true of actors and singers and whatnot, but it just seems like we tend to diversify more, right? I mean, you're hosting another show, you've got an album we're going to talk about in a minute, you do stand-up. Why do you think that is? Are we just like scattered and can't keep focused on things? Or why do you like to do many things? And which do you have a preference as to what you like best to do? Comedy, hosting, whatever?
Well, a couple things. Even if we're vegan, we like to eat. And so sometimes we have to be a bit of a Swiss Army knife. Honestly, Jennie, I came to comedy a lot later. I was a host, a radio and TV host for years before I was like, this is just too much money and fame. I need to become an unknown comic and live like a college student again to feel young. So mine was a bit of a reverse. I find broadcasts, like being a host is probably what I've done the longest and what I'm the most at ease for. But I think what I love the most is comedy because, well, despite cancel culture, I still think it's where you find the most freedom. You're a writer, you're a director, you're a producer, you're a performer. Up until the pandemic, immediate gratification. Or you can just look at Zoom and see, Joanne has left the room. Good for you, Joanne. I don't hang into the punchline either. And because comedy is writing, right? So again, mine were all kind of backwards. So I did hosting and writing first and then went into the comedy. But yeah, and also I don't know if you've noticed, I have the attention span of a toddler. So it's probably best for me to keep trying new things. till I get good at one.
No, you know what? I think it's true. I think we all are a little bit scattered out there. But speaking of your comedy, you have an album out called The Pandepic, correct? Pandepic?
Pandepic, yes.
And is it recorded? When did you record it?
I know, I snuck in there like a Navy SEAL, so very sexy. The reason I came to Toronto is Michael Weckerly, who is one of the Dragon's Den, that Shark Tank is based on. He was one of the dragons here, and he bought and completely refurbished to the tune of $36 million, although they didn't have a stool on stage, because who could afford that after all those renovations? A very iconic and legendary venue here, mostly a music venue called the El Macombo. And I was the first comedian to play there since the renovations. I was kicking off the comedy series. It was literally me, somebody else next week, and then it got shut down again. And we were able to have about 50 people in the venue. So I did 2 nights with about 50, and I think he was trying to make his money back. So it was all his billionaire friends who were all high on cocaine. It was so much fun, like the Hunger Games, because they were just trying to human traffic me and heckling at will. But listening to it back, and of course the sound quality is insanely good, because it's, again, one of the best venues. So I thought, well, there aren't a lot of albums being put out this year, and there was enough new material, working around the heckling lawyer to put together an album, and it's released this Friday. So I'm encouraging everyone to order it now on iTunes. And funny story, Jenny, because it's me or this year or whatever the hell, iTunes has placed it in the New Age category. So I'd like you all to buy my album because I've got Yanni, Kenny G, and Zamfir on my ass. And I want it to chart on iTunes, and I don't give a shit if I'm #1 in the New Age category. I just want to say I'm #1 on iTunes, and also imagine some poor unsuspecting soul buying Pandepic, expecting something to be soothing to meditate to or hear a pan flute, and it's me comparing my breast to the Property Brothers. So, yay!
Oh my God!
Sorry, do I sound
Carla,
upset
I'm going to
about that?
order that.
Help me, Jenny.
Can't you write them and go, hey, it's a comedy album?
They said we'll switch that up. It'll take about 12 weeks.
Oh, jeez. Well, that's good though, because then you'll have the #1 New Age album, and then 12 weeks from now you'll have the #1 comedy album, and they'll go, wow, she really does do it all.
They know that my secret desire.
Oh my God! I can't believe time has flown, my friend.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I missed that last part.
Oh, I said I think they just know I want to be the first female cult leader and be Ellen Ron Hubbard, and that's why they put me in New Age.
Okay, we're going to show. I've got to go to the beach, and I got to go get the beach for my pals here. They're going to walk. So while I'm doing that, we're going to show a really funny video from Carla Comes Clean, where you're in your bathtub, and it's a fun series you did 4 or 5 years ago. But it was a really cool one because you talked about body image. And so do you have any quick thoughts on why you chose to do that, or just quick thoughts you could share with us on that before I let you go?
I just think ladies, because men don't seem to have this problem. A guy could be 400 pounds, and if he can look down and still see his junk, or even if it's not there, he's got a phantom dick, he'll still go hit on a supermodel. But I feel like we chase the dragon, and it's subjective. You're beautiful as you are. It's changed throughout the years, so you can't, pretty soon people will be like, you need to have just one breast, like a unicorn, bitch, be a unicorn. So I think we just have to be happy with ourselves because, again, this is just, we're all gonna look like scrambled eggs at some point.
That's true. That is true. Thank you so much. So what do you do? One last question, and then I really will let you go. What do you do to stay positive? I always ask them because we're going to go take a walk to try to increase our positivity. What do you do to feel more positive when you're down in the dumps?
Well, I think I work out to stay out of prison because that way I don't cut anyone. To me, it's like really easy. It's three things: animals, comedy, booze.
I am with you on all three, sister.
That's my trifecta.
It's National Beer Day, by the way. I don't know if you're a beer drinker. You're in Canada and all. So if you're a beer drinker, here in America anyway, it's National Beer Day.
Corona.
So have a brew.
Absolutely.
There you go. Perfect. Thank you so much for spending time with us, Carla. Everybody, please go to iTunes and order it early so that Friday you have something to laugh to. Thank you so much, Carla, and stay safe out there, and we'll see you in June.
Thank you, Jennie. You're awesome. Namaste, beautiful.
Bye-bye.
I think my breasts make that noise. And how do we know what a good body is at any given time? I mean, it depends on the culture, right? Like if you're a Spanish mamacita, then you're embracing your lady humps and you're very, brrr, you know, and oi, my curves and papi and oh. And if you're a French chick, then you're like really skinny all the time, no matter, because you're living on a diet of like alcohol, rage, and nicotine. So, you know, French goes up, oh, I'm so skinny, do not go down on me, you'll get a pay bill cut. Okay, so what I'm saying is like these are just tuxedos that we rent for this life. Fuck, that's beautiful. I feel like I've helped like 47 women today.
Hello and welcome to the beach, everyone. Cher's here. She's just slightly out of camera angle. She's not feeling like she's camera ready today, but she's walking with us in spirit. So no, Cher is right over there walking. And you know why? Because it's National Walking Day. So come on, you guys. If you have been putting this off all these times, now is the day to start. Come on, get up out of your chair. Get off of the couch, get out of bed, and let's get some movement in, shall we? Come on, get up, you could do it. You could do it, just move. You can stretch, you could dance, you could do knee lifts, you could do whatever, but get some blood flowing and get some movement in. And let's celebrate National Walking Day. Did you know that Hippocrates said that walking is man's best medicine? He's the dude all doctors take his oath. He's the guy. He knows what he's talking about, right? And by the way, I always mention the physical benefits and how if you do this 20 minutes a day, it can really increase. And we've talked about blood pressure and cardiovascular things. What I haven't mentioned is it's great for your bones as well because it's a weight-bearing exercise. Excuse me. It will help your bone density. And if you are one of my viewers out there that are approaching that age at which osteoporosis may become an issue, it's really important to keep your bones strong. And this is one of the easiest ways you can do it. And if you do it outside where you get a little bit of sunlight, that can also help your bones get stronger too. So come on, get out there and walk. Another walking quote was from Nietzsche. Friedrich Nietzsche said, "All truly great thoughts are conceived by walking." And he was a big thinker, so he would know, right? He thought all kind of thoughts. And what I learned from Nietzsche, because I'm not that much into philosophy, but I did learn how to spell his name today, which was tricky. That was no small task, I'll have you know. And then from the great thinkers to one of the truly great thinkers, Jonathan Madden. Some people know him as John. One of his famous quotes is, "Don't worry about the horse being blind, just load the wagon." Not quite sure what that means. But let's take a guess at just keep moving. Just keep walking because like Carla was saying, you don't know what is ahead out there. But you can handle it, and this is one of the best ways to help yourself get through things. And as I mentioned to Carla, it's also National Beer Day, so I don't advise doing both of those things at the same time because it's, in fact, do the walking before the beer. It's definitely better. But got some amazing beer slogans too, right? If you've got the time, we've got the beer. Foster's. It's Australian for beer. Look at that. I taught you guys a new word today. How about that? Foster's is a beer. And of course, this Bud's for You, which is now being used by all of the marijuana dispensaries here in California. So that's fun too. All right, I have one last amazing walking quote to share with you, but first I would like to thank my amazing guest Carla Collins. Great to see her again. Please do go check out her album. She is really, really funny. It's only $10. You can do that. It's worth it. Well worth it. Also, I want to thank Sheila for being amazing, and just look there, just put that graphic right up there in the middle of the beach. Not many people can put graphics in the sky. My Sheila can't. And of course, I want to thank you guys for walking and watching and walking along. And now I'm going to share this final quote with you guys. It was from author Karen Lamb, who says, "A year from now, you will wish you had started today." So think about that, you guys. Come on, get up. If you haven't gotten up yet, get moving. It's really good for you. It'll really help you. And go and keep moving. 20 minutes a day at a brisk walk can truly change your life. Try to do it outside if you can. It's really good. And join us on Friday where we'll be talking with Sheena Metal, who is LA Talk Radio's one of the best hosts on LA Talk Radio, one of the most famous ones, and she's hilariously funny and also very spiritual. So we're having a very spiritual week here, my friends. Thank you so much for walking and watching and being with me. Cyber See Me Friday at 1 p.m. Have a great day, you guys. Bye.